Frank, Bob, Billy, Paul. I got Rachel, my ATV. We have a great time, and I gotta say, we caught probably close to 30 fish. Now, if you can go fishing and catch 30 fish in the middle of February, I don't care what kind of fish you're catching. That's a great day. And now in the second week, I didn't have a good week the second week. I knew right from the beginning, as soon as I put my hole down, a flag in my hole, first one, I hooked something big, I lost it, there's footage of that, and I said to myself, I'm not gonna catch another fish for the rest of the day. I did manage to catch two little punies. My buddy Billy, the Dean, he had the spot. Paul was getting flag after flag after flag, and I want to explain why he was getting so many flags. There's a river channel that goes right through there, and Paul, you know, you can't beat local knowledge, no matter where you go. If you go with somebody that knows the lake, you are gonna catch more fish than everybody else. And Paul, being a resident for 30 years on this lake, well, he knows it pretty well. And his knowledge is our knowledge. So Billy, seen Paul was getting all the flags, decided he was just gonna move over 10, maybe 15 yards. And he just hit that sweet lip where it went from 6, 7 feet down to 10 to 12 feet. And folks, let me tell you, 10 to 12 feet, that's the range. That's where you wanna be. Are you gonna catch fish anywhere else? Of course you are. But 10 to 12 feet, the sweet spot. I'm back in the morning. I drilled 7 holes. I just put a bait down, and this is what I caught. This beautiful pickerel. And it is cold out here, so I am gonna go over here and gently release this fella. Okay, look at those beautiful markings on that fish. These are just such beautiful fish, folks. And I'm gonna slide them right down that hole. So here's my field. My 2 buddies, or 3 buddies are set up out there. So we have 6, 12, 24 flags out here at the moment. And folks, let me tell you why I set up right here. I was trying to explain last night, but it was kind of dark. So you got a little bit of a feeder creek coming in over there in that corner where those trees are, okay? And then when you come down here, there's another little feeder creek right here. So there's gonna be a river coming here, and there's gonna be a river coming down through here, and I'm right in the middle where those 2 rivers intersect. So now we're gonna get back to some action. We do have a flag up. I'm gonna get on my ATV, and as the REO Speedwagon says, gonna fly! So this is my second fish of the day. I just pulled this beautiful pickerel out of that hole. This pickerel's 20 inches long, and I am going to release him and put some more bait down and maybe catch another one. You'll see the 2 beautiful smallmouth bass we caught. Again, smallmouths are kind of difficult to catch through the ice, in my opinion. I don't know why. Again, I really don't have very good luck. I'm sure there's some of yous out there that kill them through the ice. I don't know. Says that this is a bass. Trying my fastest. Rachel is doing her thing. What goes on? For all the drama, what do we got? A swinging up this. I'll see you, Paul! Nice to be a trash number! Some fish are a lot harder, you know, to catch than other fish. I know when I go to Beaver Lake, occasionally I'll catch catfish through the ice. Been in Ames Pond where my buddy, his son has caught eels through the ice.
Okay. Oh, so where the cheat codes? I heard somebody say we need those, and that's the way to get it back. They tryna throw us off track. All these years I just walk the way I wanna walk, talk the way I wanna talk, and do the shit as usual. Victory is beautiful. Because I
one of our buddies catches a fall fish. Now that for me is a first. I've never seen one caught through the ice. This gentleman says that he's been catching them consistently through the ice. They're mostly bottom feeders. Their mouth is on the bottom, sort of like a sucker. So they're prone to eat dead stuff off the bottom, scavenge. but they are very aggressive. Sort of like a redfish. A redfish has got a bottom suction mouth, but it takes lures readily. Same with a fall fish. So we're with a local resident on Northwood Lake, and he just pulled this fish out. And a lot of people, when they see this fish, they don't know what kind of fish that is. That, folks, is a fall fish, and that is recognized in New Hampshire, and it does have a state record, which I believe is about 3.5 pounds. I could be wrong, a little off, but that's a really nice one. And if you like smoked fish, that's the way to go. Rob, I'd like to thank you for letting me get your likeness, and that's a beautiful fish. Thanks again. Okay, folks, so what happened is Billy's flag went up, and these flags have been going up over here. 2 shiners in his mouth. 2 shiners in his mouth. So that goes to show you that big fish do eat little fish. That's a first.
Hey, can I get your things?
Yeah. Here we go.
Thank you.
Good catch. Up. Oh, all righty. Yeah, that's a mountable perch right there, folks. That is like, and look at the size of that belly. He's eating good. Maybe that's why these flags keep on going up.
Hey, he's got more food down there too.
Yeah, let's see what does he got down in his
It's hard to see, but there's something down there.
And that looks like the craw of a crawdad. That's exactly what that is.
That's a fat one.
Yeah, that's a.
All right, you're going back.
That's a world-class fish right there, folks.
Yeah. Here we are at Northwoods Lake, New Hampshire, for its great bass fishing and perch fishing and whatever.
Lunch is a big part of the trash. There's the CFO, Bill Yome, our new old friend Bob.
I don't have a title.
Bill Yome. We'll figure something out. Billy, my co-angler, has got one to the hole, and it looks like we have a fish, folks. There's another nice pickerel. That's 4 or 5 pickerels so far. So the CFO of the Tiajuana trash just caught that beautiful perch. That is a nice one, Frank. Oh, and there he goes. Quick release down the hole. Fumble on the 5-yard line. There you go, the green tail of freedom. Our old new friend Bob. Bob used to be the fastest dude on the ice. If a flag went up, it was not beating him to that flag unless you had an ATV. And then it still might be a race. Bob, how is the Caribbean? A little bit of a difference, but welcome back. Well, here's a situation. That flag just went up, and that flag just went up. This one's not spinning, so I'm going to hand this off to my compadre, the CFO, and we're going to see what's going on here. I'm going to hit this one off to the side. Oh, there's a nice fish here, folks. Oh, we got off. Oh, and I got a perch, folks. Well, that's the way it goes. Perch.
Yes, you do. It's a fat one. Yeah, they are eating good.
Oh, yeah, these are trophies.
The belly on that thing. There was some bait in there.
Yeah, and you can see those nice orange fins. Okay, and again, I'm not a biologist, but a sign of a lot of oxygen is when they have those nice fins like that. We're gonna get him back into the hole and go from there. One bass that Billy catches. This bass has a false eye sort of towards his tail. And a lot of fish that have false eyes, redfish in particular, the eye is at the bottom towards the tail. That's so if a predator goes to hit him, and again, folks, you know my theories about eyeballs. The predator goes to hit that, instead of biting the head, he gets the tail. Now, most predators, when they eat head first. A lot of, like pickerel, come around, stun it, turn around, eat it head first. This way, the dorsal fin of the fish being eaten, when that goes up like a perch, if he's eating that tail side down, it ain't going down his throat. Head side down, top fins are folded down, and that slides right down the fish's gullet. Buddy. Huh? Lip 'em. Lip 'em. Alrighty, so Bill Yome has just caught his second smallmouth bass of the day. Not a gigantic as far as smallmouths go.
4.5 pounds.
Wow, he looks like it. But if you look right here, a lot of smallmouths. Now, if you look right there, that's to imitate an eye. So if something was to attack this fish, it's going to hit him here and not kill him. That's a beautiful fish. I'd say that's about 1.5 pounds. Beautiful, beautiful, healthy smallmouth. Goes back down the hole. And there he goes. Look at the size of that perch. Here you go, here you go. Alrighty, don't drop those bad boys down the hole. That's a nice big fat perch. If you could just hold that up. My buddy Paul has got a nice one. That's about a 16, 17 inch one. Oh yeah, that's a nice one, folks. Perfect eater there. I hope to see you out there. The ice is starting to get thin. 1/2 of a degree can make a mountain of difference. Well, we just had a power issue, folks. The power issue is my granddaughter. Again, I hope you enjoy these videos. I'm having a ball making them. Again, all of these theories are my own. Oh, somebody found us. He makes his cameo. We're in the middle of filming. Okay, come on. Yeah, that's the future right there, folks. And I'm sure everybody watching it, I mean, there's a child in every family. It all starts at that age. I could tell you the stories, but why bore you, right? We're going to do some open water fishing here very shortly. I'm just itching. I usually take my boat out the first week of March, but this year I'm thinking, I know that there's going to be a catfish bite on the Charles River, and I know that there's going to be a carp bite on the Charles River. When I usually like to get out there the first week of April, but with this crazy weather, there's not a lick of ice on the Charles right now. So I could see my first trips being there. That's another place that it's really hard to catch fish. But if you find them there, there's gigantic, gigantic carp in the Charles River, right by the Mass General Hospital, the Museum of Science, Land Boulevard, there's parking, I mean, bread, corn, and my secret bait. Nick, I don't want to tell anybody about my secret bait. Do I have to tell them? All right, I'll tell you. Macaroni and cheese, folks. If you go carp fishing, macaroni and cheese is the bait. I'm not going to tell you how I know this, but the carp will tell you, especially on the Concord River. They love macaroni and cheese. Kraft macaroni and cheese. I can't say that, can I? I'm sorry, I was talking about Robert Kraft and the Patriots. I was going to go to Virginia here. The place I was going, I thought would be a ghost town. School vacation ruined those plans. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to ice fish. I am going to go either to Lake Tiajuana. That's probably the first place I'm going to go, only for the simple fact, when I take my boat out, folks, the first trip that I go on is usually Beaver Lake or some smaller body of water, because if something goes wrong and I'm in the Atlantic Ocean, well, even though I'm insured, it's still a wait, and it could be a serious situation. I take good care of my boat, so I don't really worry about that. But I like to take it out on a smaller body of water, just in case something goes wrong and I'm not stranded out in the middle of Boston Harbor. So look forward to that. And folks, Lake Tiajuana in Natick, right off the turnpike, another really, really super easy place to get to. Fishing is fantastic there. The ramp is a little sketchy now. It's brand new. But folks, if you really want to go to a place and fishing really isn't the main thing, you want to see some great wildlife, interact with some good people. There's a beautiful cafe there. I would recommend Lake Tiajuana, and the trout fishing isn't bad there neither. Giant largemouth bass in there. And you might even tangle with a muskie or a northern pike. They haven't been stocked there to my knowledge in a while, but the biggest northern pike that I ever caught in Massachusetts was in Lake Tiajuana, and it was a substantial fish. And there is an odd chance that fish might even still be alive. So yeah, get out there and give it a shot. Remember, people, fishing makes people happy, and happy people live longer. Folks, I'm not even out of bed yet. And the CFO is already complaining, okay? Do I sound hostile, folks? Well, I am, okay? The guy's got 7 drills. You think he'd bring one? He's got an ATV. You think he'd bring one? You think he'd get off his lazy ass? But no, leave it to the principal to do freaking everything. That's on you. How's things?
Good.